Hey everybody, it's me. Today is December 3rd, 2023, and I just wanted to give everybody an update on what's going on with me. I know you probably read my blog, but I thought I'd just come on here for a few minutes and give you guys a video update. You can see my face, see how I'm doing. I know face is a little sometimes easier than text. Puts more personal view to it, so I just wanted to touch base with everybody. So I had my PET CT on Thursday of this week, my PET scan and CT scan combined into one scan, and I got the results on Friday, and the results were not what I wanted, not what I had prayed and hoped for, and definitely things are currently going in the wrong direction. My cancer is worsening, even though I've been on chemo, a certain type of chemo since, I guess, July now. It's not working. So here's what's going on, and I'll cut right to the chase. I have a new lesion in my liver. An old lesion that was already there is worse. There is a new metastatic lymph node that's been visualized next to my spine, and we think that's what's been causing like a lot of back pain. I've been having a lot of back pain. We kind of thought it was maybe like some effects from the radiation I had to my spine, but the doctor thinks it's more likely this lymph node that's causing the pain. There is, so you have the two liver lesions, one growing bigger, one new. We've got the new lymph node kind of back at the back. We've got increased uptake, PET scan like metabolic activity on the pancreatic mass. And we've got a spot in the cecum, I'm probably not saying that right, part of the intestine, which could be a malignancy, or it could be something benign. We're not really sure. It could go either way. So definitely not the scan results that I wanted. And so we had kind of a long talk with my oncologist. On Friday. I had an appointment with him on Friday. He came in and he didn't seem quite as positive. He's still a very positive guy and a super nice guy, but he had to be real. Hopefully he was real enough with me. And we went over the options that we had, and here's what the options are, and none of them are great, but we have to change course now. We can't keep doing something that's not working. So here's the options he gave us. And some of these do involve kind of continuing the current chemotherapy, but he admitted that these weren't like I said, none of them are great. So here's what they are. We can keep the chemo and add what's called a PARP inhibitor. It's typically used in colon cancer for ATM gene mutations, or for, what's called a BRCA mutation. I don't have that. I have ATM gene mutation, which PARP inhibitors have not been proven to work on. Just to be clear, there's no real evidence there. It'd be just like a shot in the dark. You can stop the chemotherapy and do the PARP inhibitor by itself. Still not a very viable option. We could radiate the lymph node and the two liver lesions, and then continue the chemotherapy. Not really a good option, because if you're not treating this disease systemically, then you're kind of spinning your wheels. So, I mean, you can radiate a couple spots, but, you know, if you're not treating it body wide, they're gonna pop up some other place. So that was option. And then there's the option of going back on the chemotherapy that I was on in late June, which threw me into heart failure. And the last option, even though it is the riskiest option, is also the option that would probably be most likely to knock the cancer back. And we don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time with pancreatic cancer, and it appears to be very active right now. So again, that last option would be to go back on what's called FOLFIRINOX. I would do it in a monitored setting in St. Louis, in the hospital, in Siteman Cancer Center. They would give me some heart medications. They would try one of the drugs on me and see how I reacted. If I didn't react, they would give me the full dose. If that drug that they believe may have affected the heart in June was called 5-FU. It is part of FOLFIRINOX. I'm not sure which part it is, but FOLFIRINOX is the main drug combination in pancreatic cancer. And sometimes they take a drug or add a drug off. Sometimes it's called FOLFIRI. Sometimes it's called FOLFOX. And so there's a chance it can modify it a little bit. So unfortunately, that's probably our best option here. It's the only realistic option. If you want, the other ones are just playing games, essentially. It's also a huge risk. It's a big risk because if it throws me into heart failure again, that's obviously a very dangerous thing. I might not survive it. So I'm taking a big risk by doing that. But then the others, I think, are bigger risk because they're just going to, if they don't work, you're just looking at worsening disease. So you have to essentially go big or go home and try to knock it a punch. And then there's always clinical trials. I mean, I could start on a clinical trial. You know, there might be like a 10% chance of it working. That's always an option. So we do have some options here. They're just not terribly good. Now, if the FOLFIRINOX, I don't have a cardiac reaction, and I just have the standard, like I just get sick from it, and it knocks the tumor marker down, and they do a scan, and I don't react too bad, that's probably the best option. So that's probably the one we're going to go for. The rest of them it's just a shot in the dark. And then you're looking at coming back in 2 weeks, and the cancer would just be blown up. So we really don't have time to mess around. We knew my tumor marker was going up. You know, we knew that was going up. And so here I am, you know, fighting for my life more than I have. Obviously, I didn't know what was going on inside me. I honestly had felt better over the past, 3 to 4 weeks than I had in a long time. Had felt stronger. Unfortunately, feeling stronger and feeling better when you have cancer apparently doesn't mean a lot. It can mean something, but it's not, they don't go side and side, hand in hand. So you can feel great and your cancer can be worsening. You feel like you have more energy than you ever had before and your cancer can be getting much worse. Or maybe you feel awful and you look awful and your tumors are all shrinking. So these do not go hand in hand. It's very important for people to realize that they don't go hand in hand. A person that looks great could be getting much, much sicker. And a person that's getting sicker might be getting better if they're looking worse. So these don't go together. And I've seen this across social media, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. I've seen people look great and their cancer is just getting worse. So the two don't go hand in hand really. I have been in considerably more pain. So I guess that's the one thing that was alarming. More pain in my back, more pain kind of in my abdomen. on my sides, but especially on my back. So that's what's going on. We're probably going to, I've sent all my information to the doctor in St. Louis, at Washington University, Siteman Cancer Center. And he's got all the images, all of that. So, well, not the images. I think he has just a report right now. So he has it in his hand, and I will be talking to him tomorrow. But I would imagine they would pull the trigger on something really, really quick. Because with this disease, you don't mess around. And I hope that's the case. So I just wanted to give everybody an update. I guess the only bit of good news, we're trying to pull some good news out of it. It's not, we didn't see anything in my brain. We didn't see anything in my lung. Lung is a common site of metastasis. And for me, it had metastasized to my lung at one point. But that doesn't look to be the case. So just trying to pull a bit of good news out of it. But anyway, I just want to give everybody an update on here. Keep us in your prayers. And we know that we are in your prayers and your thoughts. And we just have to forge ahead. And we have to find peace with whatever happens. Because that's the most important thing. Finding peace with what happens. And, walking in God's peace with what's next. As scary as it might be. So, love you all. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.